Good morning. I'm just outside the gym here. Just got done my workouts. Heading home to go prep for, only one call today with one of the guys that are joining us in the inner circle, but I also have a call with Mike here shortly where we're going to get more aligned on exactly what it is that we are going to create in the inner circle. We've got a bit of an idea, but now we're going to really start dialing in the specifics of it. And I love how when I'm working out, I actually get really clear on some things, and I try and watch myself to make sure that I'm not just typing notes on my phone when I'm supposed to be working out. Like, I'll finish my set, and then as I'm walking around kind of taking a breather, I'll make some notes. But one of the things that came to mind, and it was because of like 3 or 4 different things that I consumed and listened to today, was this idea of just say yes. So to back it up even further, it's what is the thing that you want to create in your life? What is that destination? What is that goal? Knowing full well that it's probably ego focused. It's probably not something that we ultimately, really need. It's something that we want. It's a desire, right? But it's kind of how we're programmed as humans. It's like, I want this. I want to be in the best shape of my life. Because the question's always, why? Why do you want that? But when you back it up to the actual micro commitments that you would make to be able to move confidently in that direction, and then ultimately go down the journey and surrender along the way and realize where you were misaligned and all those things, but you have to say yes first. And where this came up for me today was I ran into a guy that I met at the Wim Hof breathwork workshop about a month ago in December, and he's here. I don't know if he's participating or if he's actually teaching it, but they actually have surfing fitness classes here at the gym. And I was just kind of peeking in because I wasn't able to join here today because I got to run home for this call. But I asked him, like, when do you guys do these? Found out the times. And I said, okay, I'm going to be there. So I said, yes, I will commit to that. Now I have to create the space and time. I have to show up with commitments. And honest to God, it's something that it doesn't make me nervous, but there's part of me that still says, like, you're not a surfer. You know, you grew up in the prairies, and the first time you ever went to the ocean was when you were like 28, 29 years old. I got a shark tattoo on my leg. Most people wouldn't know that, but I put a shark tattoo on my leg when I was 16 years old. And at the time, I think I just got it because I thought it looked cool, because we were just getting tattoos on the way to a football game or something. But subconsciously, I think I was a little bit afraid of the ocean. It was just so foreign to me that growing up in the 80s, watching Jaws and stuff, I just always thought, like, whew, swimming in the ocean, nope, not for me. So, with intention, I put a shark on my leg when I was 16, and I think part of it was for me to be able to overcome that fear, because it's been a journey for me. Like, even just getting into the ocean now, I find I don't really think about what's underneath, and I don't really think about the rocks, and I don't really think about that which is out of my control. I just focus on staying as present as possible and committing to the growth that is getting better at surfing, knowing that if I get better at surfing, it'll actually get me in better shape, which then does meet that egotistical desire of being in the best shape of my life. Because again, what's the why behind that? The deeper why is that I want to live life to its fullest. I want to experience everything. I want to be hanging out with my kids on my surfboard in 20 years as opposed to watching from the beach. So that's the grounded why. But it has to begin with the micro actions, and then me saying yes to something. Even if it scares you, even if you feel intimidated, even if you feel stupid, even if you feel clumsy. I looked in the room there, and like the majority of what they're doing is stretching and yoga. I'm certain that there's other elements of strength training as well. Not to say that yoga and stretching isn't a part of building up your muscle strength and whatnot, because obviously it is, especially those small muscles that you need for balance and just pushing up off of a board. But it's just different. It's all new to me. And I surrender to actually just leaning into that, because I know that it's going to get me in the direction that I want to go. And ultimately it'll serve my bigger why, which is to live my greatest life, not just now, but in the future as well. So what do you need to say yes to today? Without hesitation, knowing that it probably scares the shit out of you, and that it's not something that you've ever typically done, so it's not based on who you are defined by currently in this reality. But what is that version of yourself that gets to say yes? Think about it. Let me know in the comments even too. And that could be intimidating itself, just because now all of a sudden you got to say it out loud. But that's part of the journey. This is part of the growth that we all seek. Have a great day. Off to start my day. See ya. So much for listening to this episode of the Trevor Turnbull Show. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider subscribing on my YouTube channel, as well as on your favorite podcast platform. So until next time, remember, today is a beautiful day of opportunity. Trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So be grateful, be curious, and be brave.